everybody, welcome back to SimAirport Season 5. I'm Tenacious Viking, your airport manager host. Well, I've been working really hard off camera to try to raise the passenger satisfaction level because that will increase airline interest. I have all of the planes that airlines are interested in scheduling done. Got a few on the new stand. I'm not quite sure why I have 3 standby gates, I guess, and why this one only starts at 4 a.m. But oh well. However, come on, close, you little turkey. Yeah, we have a lot of planes waiting here. Now, if you look at this, look at what outstanding problem can you find with all of these planes well past their departure times? This should have left 2 hours ago. This should have left 2 hours and 15 minutes ago. What's the common thread here in this information schedule? This is nothing going on here. I don't know what this guy's doing. Can you spot it? Look at the flight crew boarding. 0 of 3. The flight crews are not getting to the planes. Now, the only place they have to go through is through security. Otherwise, they're kind of on their own. So our flight crew security is right here, and oh my goodness, look at that. They're all waiting in line, and here's the reason why. We don't have enough security. Apparently, I thought we did, but we don't. So I'm going to hire a bunch of security. I have no idea how many short I am, but we'll get security. We'll get security in here, get these flight crews in place, and try to get all of this moving. And then we'll see what that does to. They're letting them in, but they can't do their baggage check because there's nobody to supervise that. Same with first class; they're not getting it either. That is also going to lower passenger satisfaction. So once this gets moving again, we will see what happens to passenger satisfaction. Because I've added a lot of plants and sculptures and seats and things like that. That guy seems to be black and white. There's no color on him at all. I don't know why. Look, I mean, I've got, what did I do with it? I've got information places. I got some plants here. I could put some more in. I got plants out here. Look at this. I got shrubs all along here. All the seats are in the bars. I don't have seating at the new bar yet. But that's the only place. I've got speakers in place so that people can hear when their planes are being called. It's all there except for the flight crews and security. Let's see if we've got some security coming in now. I don't see them yet. Oops. Whoa, sorry. One other thing I learned from Airport CEO, or was brought to my attention by someone watching Airport CEO, when you have thousands of people going through your airport, you need big restrooms. I don't have big restrooms. I have fairly small ones, and that's a problem. That could be affecting my bladder rating. It's only 56%. So in the future, when I build airports, I will build much larger restrooms. I think that's a very obvious thing. I'm going to speed time up a little bit. See if we can get our security in place and see what happens to our passenger satisfaction rating. There's a lot of people patiently waiting to go through security, but there are no security staff. There we go. Now we've got somebody getting the flight crews in there, so that should move the flights along. If we look at the flight status, we have a lot of canceled flights because the gates were not available because the planes couldn't leave without a crew. And that's been going on for at least a day and a half, so that's a serious problem. I really had no idea how much security I needed, and I didn't take the time to watch for that. So I don't see any extra security around, so I may have just enough. I don't know. But we have our flight crew in place now. The first class are getting through much quicker. That should make them happier. I don't know how much first class, how much weight that has in passenger satisfaction. Passenger satisfaction is climbing very, very slowly. Now, in fairness, passenger satisfaction was bad before this little problem occurred, even when flights were moving along pretty well. But I have added, like I say, some environmental things and some seating and some speakers since then. So maybe the combination of getting flights moving again and improving the look and feel of the place. Look at this hallway. This maybe should have been a wider hallway, huh? It's a busy corridor. Yikes! That's how airports look to me. It's just people everywhere, moving all over the place. But I think, you know, if I had to do this airport again, one of the first changes I would make would be to build a large restroom down here. Probably make this all restroom here and move offices down a ways somewhere. Not quite sure exactly how I would do that now. So how are we doing on these flights now? At 10:16. No, that's not the one I wanted. I thought I hit the right. Oh, I didn't hit the right one. Dummy. So down here at 10:16, we're starting to get flights in without cancellations. The gates should be clear. These guys have been here a long time. Okay, the flight crew is boarding, and they're boarding the plane. It's at 12:30, so that's okay. That's a 12:15. That's all right. That's moving along. That's a 10:30. 99% boarded. He should be leaving soon. Here's one that's 100% boarded, taking off or pushing back. This one is just really starting the process. We've got baggage unloaded and most of the baggage loaded. Passengers are just filling in. I don't see anything about a crew on this one. I don't know why. Maybe it's a private plane. I don't know. I didn't think they did that, but it's possible. I don't see anything about a crew here either. Flight crew boarding here. So these are getting moved along. Now we're going to have a backlog of planes trying to find their way out of here. And we're just going to have to break the deadlock on some of them so that we can keep the airport moving properly. There we go. Now we're getting things going. That's awesome. Generic aircraft. Generic airlines. Why not, right? Be the new Southwest. Well, if we can get passenger satisfaction increased, I would be delighted with this airport. But right now, I'm fairly happy with it. I've designed it the way I thought I wanted to do it, and it worked out pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with it. I could have extended things a little bit more, eliminated this, and just used one here, but as much as the planes, go around in circles as it is, I think I'm glad I have that extra area. So all in all, I'm like 95% satisfied. Not because it's the greatest airport in the world, but because it's the airport that I envisioned. The next step in SimAirport, of course, is multi-level airports. I've started to dabble in it in SimAirport's Edge version on my laptop. I didn't dare put it on the desktop because I was afraid it would ruin this game. But it takes some getting used to, and it doesn't work entirely properly yet. There's a lot of bugs yet, but I'm working on it. I'm going to learn to do it, and when the game is ready and when I'm ready, I'm going to play another series of season 6 of SimAirport with multi-level floors. It's really quite interesting what you can do with that. You can have departures on the upper level and arrivals on the lower level, and move people around that way without running into each other. And then there's a basement level that you have to put in order to get conveyors and a baggage system. So that's going to be interesting. But then once you have that basement level in, you can also use it to move people along, get them out of the way too. I think there are moving walkways now in Edge, and some other some other nice additions that will be a lot of fun to play. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm going to wait until it's playable and until the performance of the game is such that I don't have the lag problems that I've had with this now. That's unacceptable to me. I won't play a game that I can't record without a lot of lag, and we've hit the lag ceiling here as far as I'm concerned, and that's not acceptable to me. So, that said, this will be the last episode of SimAirport Season 5. I've gone about as far as I can go. That passenger satisfaction is still climbing slowly. Those 3 green plus signs mean it's increasing as fast as it can. Airline interest is not increasing, however, and that kind of upsets me a little bit because I'm not sure what to do about it. So I'll have a cup of coffee and let's look at some of the information that is provided. The information heat map. Where is their information available? I'm not sure what. I guess I have an extra one there. I could put one there also, but I'm not sure it's necessary. Environment heat map. There's a lot of things generating heat. I'm not sure what's generating heat there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's generating heat at all these places. It doesn't make any sense to me. Speaker coverage I've shown you is pretty good, except for over here, but I don't really care. They can, if they listen, they can sort of hear. I could put another speaker here, but I'm not going to. Secure areas, exactly where I want them. I like that. I'm not sure if I should have offices in a secure area or not. I think I should, but I'm not sure. Sectors, it's kind of interesting to keep track of that. Flight status now, we're starting to see a better, we're starting to see a better report now that we're getting the crew. Well, there's one that was canceled, but we're starting to get a pretty good report. The flight management screen, again, no more airline interest in this airport right now. I think passenger satisfaction should probably get at least 50% before the airlines are going to be interested. I mean, I'm making money, so I don't really care that much. But operations controls, pricing is at the same as it is at the beginning. Now, maybe if I even lower pricing a little more, because I don't really need the money right now, maybe that will improve airline interest. I don't know. Transport and deliveries, I think, is pretty good. Light rail every 15 minutes, garbage every 12 hours, retail every 12 hours. I could double that. Okay, I got 4 hours choice. I can do that. Buses every 15 minutes. That's about as often as I can get them. I think the light rail, same thing, 15 minutes. That's about as often as I can do anything. The runways, I should probably look and see what kind of condition they're in. Fuel services, we only have 129,000 liters of fuel, which is a lot. But I'm making some decent money on it, I think. Yeah, tomorrow, 280,000. I'm only going to buy 200,000, so I'm going to fall farther behind, but well. Maintenance, here's something I was going to change. I think it's far more important to maintain the runways and even the gates than it is the toilets and urinals and bag scanners and baggage scanners. Toilets and urinals are probably going to be probably low priority. That'll give the maintenance crews time to do the important things better, I think. So we'll try that. See if that See if that has any impact on anything. Transport capacity, I think, is pretty good. Yeah, there's just 8 o'clock at night about time that we exceed. The demand exceeds the amount of transport. But, I've experienced that at airports, too. At certain times of day, you can't get a bus or a taxi even, or whatever, or a train. You just can't. I did want to take a look. Did I add some? Yeah, I did. I added some seats and some coffee tables along here. Since I have, no gates here, I have room to put a bunch of things. I could have put all the kiosks along there. Maybe I should have. I don't know. But I did that. Now here, I put in the floor to drive everybody crazy. That was my plan, and I think it worked. Let's see if we can get. No, comfort doesn't do it. It's going to be under retail. I only have the blue tables and red chairs, or the wooden table and the. So we're going to put in some blue tables and some chairs. And see, 2. No, I want more than that. Okay, I want more room than that. All right, we'll put one here. See what happens there. I don't know. Is that, what the heck direction is that? Can't tell. There's the red seats. I didn't know which direction it was facing, but yeah, when I click on it, then it. I wish you could place stools up at the bar, but nope. This would probably be a 3-way chair, or a three chair table. There. I can speak. Yeah, I could make some tweaks to this also if I wanted to. Get close. Yeah, I'll put a chair there, but I won't put one there. Okay. Get some windows for the Alright. That should be good. Come on, disappear, you turkey. I don't think I have enough airport staff either. So let me get a few more of those. Just to make sure. They do bop around from one place to another as needed, but I'd like to have more of them available, I guess, than what I have right now. I could put more chairs in here. I don't know, kind of like this, but well, maybe not like that, but at least a few. I don't know if it's necessary. My experience is in an airport, some people never sit anyway. They prefer to stand and impatiently in line, or take the stance in line and then focus on their screen and barely notice when they're boarding. So what do you think of this design? I think it's fairly efficient with the space I have. I could have added space at the bottom, move that runway down, and move that concourse down, and had planes on both sides of it, certainly. It's possible I could have even expanded up toward the top. With another concourse. And fed that runway from the other side, or move the runway out and put the concourse in there. So you could do that. You could keep expanding. Um, I just think I've accomplished what I set out to accomplish and proven what I set out to prove with this particular design. So I'm good with it. I don't appreciate the lack of performance of the game right now, but I am waiting patiently for multi-level and for performance to improve. And when it does, and when it's on the mainstream game version, I will be back with SimAirport Season 6. I want to thank all of you for watching this series, for your comments, kind ones and corrections both, and for your interest in airport management games in general. I'm really enjoying playing SimAirport, and I'm beginning to enjoy Airport CEO, even though it's a somewhat different game. And you can bet I'll play more of both of those. Next week, in place of SimAirport, I will be starting a Factorio series. Factorio is they call it a factory game, factory building game, but it's a little more than that. Basically, you're on a planet alone, and it's your job to be able to use the resources on the planet and your skills and machines to be able to send a rocket back or send a rocket up with a satellite so they can find you and inhabit the planet. Is the scenario, and I'm addicted to the game. I just absolutely love it. I even started a game earlier game that I wasn't playing very well. I had a lot of problems, and I just went through and meticulously started to correct everything I had done wrong, moving things over, enlarging things, and making it work, and finally won that game. So I really am addicted to it. I'll probably play 2 hours at a time, carve them up into 20-minute episodes. But I'll try to play some off camera as well, because there are some repetitive things that you don't really need to see, and I don't think you'll enjoy seeing. But that will be coming up, and then SimAirport will be back as soon as both the game and I are ready. So thank you so much for watching. Welcome new subscribers. I appreciate you very much. And join me when SimAirport Season 6